Hello, I'm J.R. Lewis, and this is your News Center 11 World News Update for Wednesday, January the 2nd, 2013. Syrian activists say at least 30 people are dead after an airstrike on a Damascus suburb gas station. The UK-based Syrian Observatory for Human Rights said the airstrike occurred earlier today just outside of the capital. According to witnesses on the ground, government warplanes targeted the gas station just as a fuel delivery arrived. Several dozen people were waiting in line at the time. NBC News was not able to independently verify the claims due to restrictions placed on the media by the Syrian government. Today begins 3 days of mourning in the Ivory Coast for the 61 people who were crushed to death in a stampede after a New Year's Eve fireworks display. People laid flowers at the site as investigators continued to sift through the debris. Witnesses said police had tried to control crowds around the stadium hosting the fireworks display, but the situation quickly got out of hand, leading many to panic. Around 200 people were also injured in that stampede. Days after a rape victim died, India's top court is setting its sights on lawmakers facing sexual assault charges. The Chief Justice of India's top court agreed to hear a petition asking the Supreme Court to suspend all national and state legislators who are facing prosecution for crimes against women. The court is also considering a request to force the national government to fast-track thousands of rape cases that have languished for years. According to a group which tracks the criminal records of political candidates, 6 state lawmakers are facing rape prosecutions and 2 national parliamentarians are facing charges of crimes against women. A spokesman for the group says the recent gang rape reflects a total lack of governance in India. Now, the fiscal cliff crisis has been averted as the House voted in line with the Senate. In Asia, South Korea's stock exchange kicked off the new year with fireworks. The fiscal cliff deal had investors there and across Asia celebrating today. And just to the north, Kim Jong-un delivered the country's first New Year's address in nearly 2 decades. He called for what he says should be an all-out struggle to overhaul his country's destitute economy, as well as an easing of tensions with South Korea. But was the remark toward peace sincere? Brian Todd reports.
Happy New Year from a novice young dictator.
친애하는 동지들.
After a year in power, Kim Jong-un is showing a style of his own, playing the man of the people with public appearances and speeches, like this one to ring in 2013. A stark change from his father, who never once made a televised speech, just issued a written statement for New Year's.
뜨거운 감사를 드립니다.
Kim Jong-un struck a more conciliatory tone toward arch-enemy South Korea, calling for an end to confrontation. He also made no mention of nuclear weapons and focused on economic progress, but he did vow to strengthen North Korea's military and praised the country's controversial long-range rocket launch last month.
Nothing about actually systemically reforming the economy or opening up. The other thing is it really praises the military. And it's hard to have a reformed economy, more resources going on into the military, and better relations with South Korea. That trifecta just doesn't add up.
Over the past year, the young leader has worked to build his popular appeal with the public and behind the scenes to strengthen his hand with the military.
He has purged a number of officials, perhaps 200, including the very senior-most military officials. Unclear whether that means it's a weak and embattled Kim Jong-un lashing out against potential challengers, or a very confident, firmly in control Kim Jong-un who can remove even the most senior generals from the power.
An undertone to Kim's speech is the personal history between his family and the family of South Korea's incoming president, Park Geun-hye. It's a history of tension, Cold War conflicts, and even assassination attempts, which makes Kim Jong-un's latest gesture all the more bizarre. Ms. Park, the daughter of the late South Korean President Park Chung-hee, won South Korea's election promising to reach out to North Korea and pursue better relations. That's despite the fact that North Korea, under Kim Jong-un's grandfather, attempted to assassinate her father twice, one of those attempts killing her mother.
There is a complicated history between these 2 individuals and 2 generations of their respective families. But President-elect Park is a pragmatist, and I believe that she will get on with improving relations with North Korea.
And that's our World News Update for Wednesday, January the 2nd, 2013. From all of us here at News Center 11, I'm J.R. Lewis. Thanks for watching and enjoy the rest of your day.